Hey everybody, welcome to TIW Podcast. I'm Eric, and today I watched WWE SmackDown episode 1081 and 205 Live episode 178, both broadcast on May 8th, 2020. This was the last episode of SmackDown before this year's Money in the Bank, so I will be talking about my predictions and hopes for this pay-per-view. I think it's going to be really, really fun. And that'll be at the end of this episode. I am going to go real quick through this, starting with 205 Live, because it's the most recent thing I watched. We had Jeremy Borash join Tom Phillips in presenting this episode that was all about Oney Lorcan's matches that made him. So he... We have video of him working out in his backyard or in some park. I don't know where he is. He might be in some park. He just slept under a bench beforehand. But he's throwing around logs in the first clip, and he introduces Starrcade 96. So from like December 21st or something like that of 1996. Dean Malenko versus Ultimo Dragon. It was like 7 titles on the line from Ultimo Dragon and 1 title on the line from Dean Malenko, and Ultimo Dragon won that title off of him to bring his total to 8. And then we had our second pick that Oney made while doing squat lifts with his dog, or whatever that particular exercise is. He introduces from earlier this year, and it was sometime in February. Yeah, it had to be sometime in February. But it was Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus the Brian Kendrick and Arya Daivari in a no disqualifications match. And that match was really great. You should go check it out. So two awesome matches, handpicked from the ether by Oney Lorcan himself. And then Tom got frustrated with Jeremy Borash's blatant favoritism towards Drake Maverick because he picked him as his winner for the tournament, and Tom gave up the show to him. So was this the passing of the torch? Will Jeremy Borash be the lone host from now on for these type of shows, for these types of episodes of 205 Live? We'll find out next week. All right, so over on SmackDown, we opened up with Mandy getting ready and Sonya getting ready for their match together against each other. It is but together apart, you know? So you get Mandy versus Sonya. Awesome match. There's lots and lots of trash talk, of course. But my favorite, I really, really like this ending that Mandy was going for that step up knee to the face. I don't know if it has a more specific name than that, but Sonya reversed that into a roll up. I thought that was super cool. So Sonya came out on top there. Then we had an 8-man tag team match. Lucha House Party, Gran Metalik, and Lince Dorado joined the New Day. Big E and Kofi Kingston versus the Miz and Morrison and the Sons of Anarchy. No, the Forgotten Sons. And Morrison ended up getting the pin. No, the Miz. Oh my gosh, the Miz got the pin. He pinned Lince after a skull-crushing finale, but this is right after John Morrison did most of the work to get to that point. So. Yeah, those tons and tons of stuff throughout that whole match. It was kind of bonkers. I was kind of confused for a moment because there's so much action going on between the non-legal people that I wasn't really sure if there was even tagging taking place or that needed to take place. But as it turned, basically the rules are, from what I understand, is that the non-legal people can attack the other non-legal people however much they want, and it doesn't matter. They could get in the ring, whatever. It's only when they get in contact with the legal people that it's really an issue. I guess it's kind of an issue if they're in the ring, but if the legal people are outside the ring, then like, it's kind of free for all inside and out, as long as they're away from the legal folks. But the legal people can attack the non-legal people, and that's fine. But it's when the other than a breakup, they're allowed one breakup per match or whatever. That rule is pretty loose. But yeah, I was a little bit confused, but then the tagging was taking place at the end, so the ending was pretty clear. Sheamus interrupts the Jeff Hardy interview after Jeff is like, well, I'm surprised that Sheamus hasn't interrupted me yet. So that happened. Bray Wyatt gives Braun a taste of things to come, offering him the black sheep mask, and Braun just kind of makes fun of Bray, basically. He says, okay, bye, see you Sunday, that kind of thing. Then we had Bayley and Sasha Banks take on Lacey and Tamina, and Tamina won via a Samoan drop to Bayley. So, unfortunately, I think that's a pretty strong indication that Bayley's going to win. That seems to be the pattern for the most part, but I would be pretty happy with seeing Tamina, even if it's only for this week. If she loses it again on next Friday, it'd be pretty cool to see her get that championship. And I would say, like, to have her cashed in on the same night again, but I really doubt that there's going to be anything that happens after the Money in the Bank ladder matches, because they're happening at the same time. That's going to be the whole last like hour of the show, I'm sure. I'm so excited for that. It's going to be awesome. Then we had the hacker talking about the truth that you'll hear anger before you see it. And we hear a voicemail. The voicemail is like disguised. It's pitch shifted and so it's like really high pitched. It might not even be. It sounds like it was a woman talking, but it could have been a guy who was pitched up a whole lot. I don't know. But in that voicemail, they say payback is coming. Say some other stuff, but the main thing is payback is coming. I think it would be really funny because they're talking about the truth will be heard. It'd be really funny if the hacker is actually R-Truth, and this is all leading up to a brand new song by Ron Killings. That would be really funny. But we'll see. It's got to be Mustafa Ali, though. It's got the ring of lights that are on his hand. And then our main event was a 6-man tag team match. Baron Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak, and their mystery tag team partner, Otis. So Corbin eventually won the match. I forget what I was doing, but I was working on some stuff, or maybe I wasn't even working on it. I was maybe even playing a video game. I don't know. But I wasn't really paying attention to this match, so I can't recommend any great moments from it, etc. But the match did end with a deep 6 delivered to Drew Gulak. Corbin got the win for his team. And then the brawl continued after that. It was a mock ladder match. And I'm thinking, guys, calm down. You're not winning anything. Like, you guys are like putting a lot into this. You're like really going at it against each other. You're full on ladder match energy for it. Why are you doing that? And we end up with I don't even remember who I think it was Baron Corbin. He ended up getting to the top of the ladder and getting the briefcase. Hopefully, because the other two guys, Daniel Bryan and Otis, realized, oh, what's the point? And what are we doing? Let's just let him do that, because he's not actually winning it. I thought also that was amazing that they had every rung of the ladder break as Otis tried to use it. It's like, that's going to be a big problem. They've got to get a reinforced ladder. Maybe there'll be an extra special ladder specifically because of that. But my biggest hope, I don't really care who wins. This is going to be a really fun match, but I don't care who wins as long as we get a spot. I've talked about this before. I think I've mentioned this every week forever, but or maybe just last week. But as long as we get the spot where Otis bursts through a wall, he goes, "Oh yeah," like the Kool-Aid Man, then I'll be happy with the entire match. Yeah, I don't care what else happens. I don't care who wins, as long as we get him bursting through a wall like the Kool-Aid Man. Okay, so let's talk predictions and hopes and dreams for Money in the Bank. I guess. Oh, I didn't know this was happening. R-Truth versus MVP is on the Wikipedia page. I hadn't heard anything about that. Okay, that's probably on the. No, is that on the kickoff show? And then why is Jeff Hardy versus Cesaro happening? That's going to be on the kickoff show, according to the Wikipedia page. Why is is Sheamus going to get involved with that? Sheamus and Cesaro back together again on the kickoff? Maybe? Oh, that's going to be great. That'll be great. All right, so then we have some of these matches I didn't even know were happening. Well, those are the only two matches I didn't know were happening. Then we have a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. If it's the type of Fatal 4-Way where they have to tag in and out, those are so weird. I don't know. It's gonna be there's gonna be some crazy stuff in this match for sure. But that aspect of it, I feel like these matches are better when it's tornado rules. Anybody can be in there. But the New Day, the champions, defend against Miz and Morrison, Forgotten Sons, and Lucha House Party. All the same teams that were in the 8-man tag team match on this episode of SmackDown. I think... Oh, I don't even know. I'd be really surprised if New Day drops the championships again, but if they do lose it, I think they will not be involved in the decision. I think the Miz will probably get pinned by one of the Forgotten Sons, and then we'll get that will be the impetus for the Miz and Morrison breaking up. That's what I'm thinking. Then we had Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Not in this order necessarily. I'm going from the bottom up to the top of the list here. But it is none of these things are going to happen. The ladder matches, the whole corporate headquarters thing, that's got to be the last hour of the show. But Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, I think Drew McIntyre wins. I'd be really surprised if Seth Rollins won the championship so soon. Bayley versus Tamina, like I said, I hope Tamina wins. That would be really cool. But it doesn't seem likely, since for the most part, especially in tag team matches, you'll have the challenger defeat or pin the champion in that tag team match, so that it looks like it's going to be a threat, but then the champion stays on top when the championship is on the line. Blah, 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 blah. But hopefully there's lots of really great story that develops from this, spins out of this, from especially Sasha, her involvement with this match, or non-involvement, or a little bit of both. We'll see. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. From what it seems like, he's not going to be fighting The Fiend. He's going to be fighting Bray in the sweater and all that. So... if there might be some Fiend shenanigan type stuff that happens here. I want Bray to win. But if he's fighting as Bray Wyatt, then that might not be possible, and it could be building up to the Fiend going after Braun Strowman for hurting Bray or whatever. Then we have the two ladder matches they're happening at the same time, going up 10 floors of the WWE corporate headquarters onto the roof. I've said that there might be a helicopter involved. It's been alluded to that somebody is going to go get thrown off the roof at the hands of AJ Styles specifically. But yeah, any number of things could happen. I thought it was interesting. Monday night they had the video tour of the headquarters, narrated by Byron Saxton. It was the exact same thing with the exact same script. I'm pretty sure, by Corey Graves on Friday. So that was kind of funny. I wonder if we could play them on top of each other, how much they would match up. But what would that be? It would be Byrie Graveston would be the fused name. It was so dumb. Anyway, so we have Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles. It would be awesome if Otis won. But I think Aleister Black, I'm rooting for Otis and Aleister Black. The rest of them, they don't need it, or they've won it before. Or actually, AJ Styles winning it would be awesome too, because he has not won it before. Basically, I want somebody who hasn't won it yet to win it, but not Rey Mysterio. Oh, whatever. Whoever gets it, it's fine. I just want to see Kool-Aid Man movement. And on the women's side, and they're happening at the same time, so there could be involvement with each other. We could see who would most likely team up with each other to help each other out. I think maybe none of them have really interacted with each other at all. Yeah, I don't even know. But Asuka versus Shayna versus Nia Jax versus Dana Brooke versus Lacey Evans versus Carmella. I really want Asuka to win. I think a lot of people have resigned themselves to Shayna or Nia winning. And pretty much everybody's written off everybody on SmackDown, myself included. I don't really see any of them winning it. But if they did, well, I guess all of them would be making history by doing it. I mean, it's only the fourth year of the Women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. But yeah, I'm just rooting for Asuka because she'll be great. She'll be great. She'll be great. She is great. Anyway, she'll also be great with the Money in the Bank contract. So yeah, there you go. That's my predictions and hopes, mostly hopes, for Money in the Bank as I'm recording this later tonight. I'm recording this early Sunday morning. So I'll be back real soon with my thoughts on the pay-per-view. So let me know what you think, what you thought about this episode of SmackDown in 205 Live by tweeting me at TIW Podcast. Go to TIWpodcast.com for more reviews. If you enjoyed this episode or anything else on the site, please share some links with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, wherever you like to listen. Stay safe out there in all the infinite multiverses, and I'll see you next time here on TIW Podcast. Bye.